Five.
Who is that?
Coach Gibson, but I got one question. You want to play some Warzone while we do this?
Yeah, we can.
But I seen that you're on. I was about to text you.
Yeah.
What up, though?
I'll send you an invite.
What up, Chase?
I'll send you an invite. What's happening?
Y'all playing Warzone, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't have the whole game.
Yeah, I'm only playing Warzone.
Hey, this is probably the best out of Modern Warfare anyway. Is Warzone.
This shit is dope. I fucks with it heavy.
Hey, Fred, how hilarious.
LT Samo.
What up, though?
You need to go to your party chat settings, and you got to make sure Marcus, tell him what he got to do again.
Information away. It's like that.
No.
Okay, yeah, go party settings, allow your voice to be shared, and put it on always.
Okay. It's under the party chat, right?
Yeah, party settings in the party chat.
Alright. Party settings. Always allow your voice to be shared. Always. Yeah, it's on. It should be on there.
It should be. I wasn't sure though. I just got to make sure.
Yeah. Y'all any good at this?
I mean, I'm decent. I mean, by decent, I mean I'm trash. My fiance is better than me. That's the real truth.
Yeah. I gets down in the duty. I gets down in all games.
Hey, Fred, how hurt do you think Derek is? How hurt do you think Derek is?
He's hurt.
I answered that shit so quickly as soon as I see that. Like, nope.
Oh, that group chat be cracking me up, man.
I gotta, I know you're in the, this is a voice party. No, I want you to be in it so you can hear it because we're about to play. But, Marquis, shut up. Let's see, hold on. I'm tripping. Oh, there it is. I'm below. I couldn't find the shit. Antonio is not about to make the playoffs again. Oh, shit. Coach Lawson is not about to make the playoffs again. Again, I want to make sure yours is not shared because you won't need to share yours. So go to party settings. Okay. Then go to allow. Okay, so do not do that. But they can hear you, but so we'll all be able to talk, but it just won't be in the broadcast. What you call me, a Negro? Oh shit. I don't even know they can hear you anyway because you might. Or did Stu say that shit was like that ain't how it work no more? No, I mean like it didn't like echo or whatever. Remember he was. Yeah. Oh shit, my bad, y'all. Y'all want to do blood money, or y'all want to do quads? I mean, blood money is quads too, but which one y'all want to do? The regular battle royale quads, or y'all want to do blood money quads?
Regular quad, please. I'm not doing that classic. I did it one
I like my
time.
guns. I like my gun I have. Thank you.
No, not classic. Not classic. It's the
Oh, you talking
blood.
about blood money?
Yeah, blood money sweet.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
blood
yeah,
money sweet.
blood money
You
to
are,
be hitting too.
yeah, blood money. You start off with your loadout drop.
I'll be working on the Graw and blood money.
What respawn?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Big Bev.
What's
Hey,
happening?
Marquise, tell him what he got to do to
Yeah.
make sure his is
Go to
Can I
party
do-
settings and then go to allow your voice to be shared. Always allow.
There you go.
Yeah, I just looked it up right while I was coming out the bathroom. All you got to do, like with certain messages that we put for information, is push that back thing to where display all the names for everybody that's in the group, and hit that media thing where it says like as many things we posted, and you can go through the history of those things and look up like GIFs, things that anything you posted, like the salt truck picture, all that. You can go access that pretty easily in that What's Up app.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
WhatsApp.
yeah.
So that's what I did to figure it out.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Chase, I can't wait to play you again, brother.
What team are you?
The Lions. You whooped me.
It doesn't matter what team you are. You should have hit him with the rock, cuz.
Hey, my bad. Hey, Marquise,
Yeah.
did you tell him did you tell Kev what he got to do?
Do you hear me, Freddie?
My bad.
Yeah, he already said what he had to do. He did
I
it.
didn't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got it. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, you'll come through on this right here, but it's like when we go back and watch your, watch the video, you'll be, your
I
voice
fixed
won't
it
be
already.
through.
I fixed it
Okay.
already.
All right.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
All right.
Y'all all play Warfare together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that be y'all lobby full?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, right now I'm at the end of Injustice, and I'm playing the last dude. I'm Superman against Brainiac, and Brainiac, I don't know, his attributes are juice. Like, he got one combo that take your whole energy bar down.
Mm.
So I go matches without touching this guy.
Gotcha. Well, we are live, folks. This is Steven with RNNN, and we have the legendary Hall of Fame coach Beverly. Coach, how are you doing? I know you have been retirement halfway through the year so far. How are you doing in this new phase of your career?
Great. It is actually more beautiful than expected. You know, you think about retiring your whole career, whether you win, lose, or draw. You know, with your career going, but to do it with a lot of win, success, and a great story behind it makes it even better.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's almost storybook. So it feels it's got to feel that way. Coach, what have you been able to notice? Have you missed anything since you've been gone? Have you seen anything that you want to speak on since you've been gone that's current in the league? What's going on with you these days? We're just trying to get the insight into the eyes of a champion.
Looking at the league, watching it from an outside view, but still very involved with a lot of coaches around the league. I don't really miss it too much, but what I can see currently is the competitiveness of every coach, and everybody still has all the fire to make it to the top and lift that trophy up, and to see that out of all coaches is really great, because it was really a couple seasons where we had different coaches jump in and out, and they weren't into it as much as they thought once some of the senior coaches around the league started giving them a bigger plate than they thought they could eat.
Ooh, that's heavy. They thought they had a bigger plate than they can eat. Okay. Coach Lawson, I know he's a close friend of yours. You guys shared a division for some time. He seems to be off to another slow start to his season. Have you had a chance to talk to him and see if you've been able to give him any advice to right the ship or anything like that? Or is that something where you try to stay hands off or anything? Or
I'm a little more hands off with it due to the fact, being in the same division as him, I got to see him close up every year as a coach. He's one of those guys, you really just can't boss around, talk to, or just give a friendly message to. He's got his mind made up, and I think that's what happens on the field a lot, where he ends up falling to numerous coaches, whether it be artificial intelligence or a user coach.
We don't know. I think that was the coach of the Jets. We think that's the coach of the Jets is also joining us. He will be taking a couple questions. We also have the coach of the Lions with us today. We also have the coach of the Raiders. I think he might possibly be available towards the end of the broadcast, but we're waiting to get confirmation from someone in their upper organization. Coach, another question, if I may. Who would have been, or who presented you the toughest challenge in your years of playing amongst all of the coaches? Was there a particular coach at all that maybe put forth any type of challenge towards you at all?
I would have to say the newcoming coaches, I didn't really get to play with them that often, but they had a great deal of talent coming in. They swung around teams in their first couple years of being a coach from teams that were rated, lackluster. Nobody was really looking at them to playoff experience year after year, and really built into kind of a powerhouse or on the way to be one. Then you have Coach Francis and Coach Lawson. I feel like they had a strong outing in the beginning, and they could have had something there, but they start bouncing around the leagues, and the more they bounced around, the worse it got for them, with the exception of Coach Francis in his last Super Bowl appearance with the Packers. And then the other two coaches, you got the coach of the Lions and the coach of the Raiders. Hats off to those guys, the respect. I've seen them and battled them playoff years, especially the Raiders. I've seen them every year in the playoff. So I would say they would have the upper advantage due to the experience of being a senior coach and coaching a ball club to a higher standard than most ball clubs that I've seen in this league. And then the Lions, just for coming in with the revolver and pulling the pistol out and shooting at one good time and just said, this is our shot. It doesn't matter before, now, or whatnot. We have this now. And you have to respect that at the end of the day. So I say, in the full merry-go-round of it all, I respect all the coaches and feel like you never know what's going to happen. I could have a rivalry game or a hard-fought game with each one of them anytime I see them, with the exception of the Saints. I feel like we cleaned them up every time we see them.
That was going to be my alternate of the question. That was well said. I was going to say, who on the opposite end of the spectrum of any of the coaches would you more or less say we pretty much plan on having a field day against?
I mean, honestly, I have a whole great deal of respect for a lot of coaches out there, and I respect the coaches of the Saints also. But the view of what I'm seeing, he's trying to portray as a coach and his culture is a winning mentality, but the regards that they're doing it in, I can't connect with or be able to stand next to as a coach myself.
Gotcha. Another question, if I may. We do appreciate you taking out the time to kind of give us a little check-in with you. Like I said, we know that you are enjoying the afterlife of success, and we don't blame you. To be able to sit back and, while you're young still, be able to enjoy your fruits of your labor is all but what we do this for. And so, again, we do appreciate you taking out the time of that to be with us.
Yeah, shout-outs to all the coaches around the league. Those are great guys.
Another question, and this one I think is more geared towards any unfinished business with any particular coaches. Do you see yourself at all, in any way, shape, or form, being drawn out of retirement for potential matchups with particular coaches? Or, is there? We've seen it before. is there anything the competitive spirit in you enough? I think might begin to leave that window cracked, but we just kind of wanted to know if there was any particular coach that may.
I got Gulag. I'm fine.
Correct.
Steven, sorry, I actually don't really look at the league and from a standpoint as wanting to get back on the field. I look at it as a guy looking and watching on and watching other legacies grow, and it really does the trick for me, so to say.
Gotcha.
We are thinking about venturing off into the NBA world shortly soon here, and we've been talking with some other coaches, and I think that might be a thing. But I like the rafters a lot better these days. I'm really enjoying it.
All right, we can definitely understand that. I think my other question actually pertaining to, we heard that there was a rumor that you were offered a commissioner's job or co-commissioner's job. Is there any truth behind that at all, or?
There was immediate talk right after our last Super Bowl, and it was quite brief, but I think we're in a situation where I've retired, and it's not the commissioner itself issue. It's just the league itself, Madden itself, will not allow me to be there unless I'm active to a team, and that's just too much responsibility in the first place for us when we're just retiring. So we're kind of backing away from that. And, just watching these great coaches play.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, thank you, Coach. We definitely appreciate your time and take a couple quick questions with us this evening. Coach Chase, how are things going for you and your organization? You guys are off to a fantastic start. Look poised to make a strong, solid playoff run. How are you guys feeling right now?
We're feeling great. The quarterback is doing well. We just need to keep moving the ball. I think that we made some good decisions lately with some players that need to get off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Got the players back on the field that need to be on the field.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it looked like somebody tried to throw their gun at him.
I just don't know how many shots I had to give them, but
Sorry about that. So, my bad. I do apologize. So you guys are poised for a nice playoff run. What do you feel is the biggest difference between this year and the prior years that kind of make you feel like you're going to make it over that hump? If you do, is this the Jets' year?
I feel like every year is Jets' year. Just gotta rise up to the big moments and capture them. Just gotta stop throwing the ball and the interceptions. Gotta stop doing that.
Gotcha. Well, you seem to maybe have awakened a new rivalry with the coach of the Raiders. They've cemented their place in the playoffs pretty much, so you can expect to see them at some point. Do you look forward to seeing them? What can you say about your upcoming potential matchups with the Raiders?
We faced them last year in the playoffs. Went by them with easy breezy. It wasn't that tough for us. So we got a friendly game at the end of the year. Should be both teams should be already in the playoff sealed. So we'll just have to see each other in the playoffs for the real game. This preseason game or this season game's not going to mean much. It's going to be just a light game. We'll have to see each other in the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't think that the Raiders played the Jets in the regular season this year, but I'll have to double check that schedule.
I think we played like the last game. Scheduled to play the Raiders.
Interesting. Well, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting.
With Coach Bev, it's looking like I could take over this league with no problem.
Ooh, You heard it here. Is there any particular coach that does present an imminent threat to you?
Oh
Going
yes,
on?
yes. Only the Raiders, I think, can stop me. If it's not the Raiders, I don't see anybody else stopping me.
You don't see anybody else doing that.
No, no, sir.
And
I
this
caught on to the out route king. I know what he does, so
Ooh.
that's the only person that has beat me. But my quarterback that game had like 8 sacks. He got sacked like 8 times. I just know that next time play that side more heavily with some zone.
Okay. Not having it. I clearly see that. All right.
No more after that. That was hard to watch.
Is this Super Bowl or bust for these Jets this year?
No, not at all. We're taking it. We're taking it all the way home.
Okay, so
We're bringing it back to New York with this.
So, wait. I guess I'm confused. I guess I'm confused by that response. Then, is this Super Bowl or bust for the Jets? Sorry. I didn't understand the question. No, it's we're going to the Super Bowl and we're taking it home. So yes, it's a Super Bowl or bust. Anything less would be considered a loss, or I mean, would be a losing season for you. That's what we wanted to clarify. Okay. You feel you have all the pieces? There's no holes or anything that you'd like to fill? You guys are ready, huh?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready this year. Like I said, Bev's out, so it's time for the young buck to rise up and take the horns to this thing.
Right on. We appreciate that, Coach. We definitely appreciate you spending some time to give us a moment of your day in mid-season form. We definitely wish you best of luck throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you, good sir. Appreciate the interview.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Coach Gibson,
Steven, how are you?
Things have been rough for you, sir. I'm just going to come out at the gates and say that. You traded your number one weapon for what again? We want to hear from you. You traded him for what were that? I mean,
buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if they ever come back in this.
You traded a young, healthy Rondell, who potentially may have single-handedly brought on the whole entire recent success, only success the Lions have ever had in their organization. And you trade him away. What did he do to make you trade him away? Or was this a carbuncle from the Lions organization? Are you going to claim this one?
I'll claim this one. The wrong paperwork was sent. We wanted to actually trade AJ
Somebody
Brown.
should have lost their job. Somebody should have lost their job.
I agree. I'm going to fire my assistant.
Your assistant didn't do it, Coach. Your assistant didn't do it.
Steven, how do you? Are you in my organization?
We have the report from the NFLPA, the league's office, the commissioner report on that because, as I'm sure you're aware, Rondell filed a grievance. He had a no trade clause, and you shipped him out regardless. You shipped him out regardless. You're being investigated right now for mishandling of a young man's career and contract, his future.
Steven, we tried to undo the trade. We tried to appeal to the
we
commissioner.
Don't want to hear it.
And the commissioner.
That doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything. Rondell's gone. The people of Detroit miss Rondell. You guys, what's your record right now, Coach? We saved the best for last. 4-1. 4-1.
Or 3-1.
3-1.
4-1 or 3-1.
3-1.
I'm on the bye week right now, so I don't know.
And you guys, you said you righted the ship then.
I don't know if you could say riding the ship when you get rid of one of the best wide receiver in the league.
You said, well, I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't know if you could call riding the ship getting rid of the best wide receiver in the NFL.
The best.
The best wide receiver.
DK Metcalf may have something to say to that, but okay.
So all I know is we are playing well right now, and that's all we have to worry
Why
about.
should any other players on your team commit to your team knowing they can be traded on a whim? A fucking whim. Steven's taking a fine for you on this one. My ratings are going to go off the roof on this one.
My players should keep playing. They just need to worry about the game, not where they would be right now.
But it sounds like they should be worried about where they should be right now.
What I already talked to my players. I told them it was a carbuncle. I messed up.
You told them it was a carbuncle. You had a meeting with players and told them it was a carbuncle. Hey, yeah, it's over for the Lions, folks. Hey,
I keep it real with my players, Steven.
I understand that. I don't know if we'll have the same commitment.
Are you in my organization?
I am not, sir. And I apologize. You know us here at the RNN and gives it to you the way it should be delivered. And that's just the way we aim our interviews. So we do apologize. We're just telling you what the people want to know. We are asking the questions that the people want to ask. We want answers that the people want to know.
I can tell the people I am frustrated with myself. I should have not made that trade, but it happens. Stuff happens, so you gotta move on.
That's true. You do gotta move on. If I were a Lion at this point, I'd want to seek shelter. And I wouldn't want to seek shelter in Ford Field. It doesn't seem safe. It seems like you'd be traded at any given moment. Okay. Is it Super Bowl or bust, or is this still a situation where now you traded your best player, now you're just trying to survive and see what you can salvage of the season? I mean, or is it somewhere in between? What's going on? We're just wondering what direction are the Lions really going aiming for?
You know, always in the NFL, you always want to go Super Bowl or bust. You always want to try to play for a Super Bowl.
Well, not necessarily. You can know your place. You can know your place. As a competitor, you can still know your place, and as a team, you can still know your place and set goals, set paths, and you know.
Well, our goal
Rome wasn't overtaken in 1 month.
Our goal for right now is to play these games with all our heart and try to win.
You played the Lions here, you play the Raiders, I believe, here soon this year. I think, possibly.
That'll be a hot matchup. We've been waiting to play the Raiders again. I know the Raiders have been waiting to play us. They are salivating for the chance to play us. Mm-hmm. We just look forward to that matchup. We feel like that's going to be a good matchup.
You feel like that's going to be a good matchup? I feel you.
I feel like we can sell tickets with that game. I feel like
I'm sure you can. It sounds like you can. It sounds like you are definitely down that path. Well, Coach Gibson, we appreciate your time as well. We wish you the best.
I appreciate for y'all having me. I appreciate for y'all having me.
We are definitely gonna look forward to catching back up to all the coaches at some point in the rest of the season. Again, thank you, coaches. You guys have a wonderful evening. This is
you too,
Steven from RNN. Good night. Signing off. Blast off.
Good night, Steven.